We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind.
What up?
Hello. Happy Thursday.
How's everybody out there doing?
My computer's messing up. Sorry.
Oh, well, that's all right. That's all right.
Let me see. Hold on. Oh, it won't.
How you doing, Dr. Joe?
Pretty good. Can't complain
You know what?
today.
Explain to the audience, how did you get the name Dr. Joe?
I honestly would not know how to say it. It was first Resident Joe. Then I forgot who started to call me that. And then it goes from Resident Joe to Dr. Joe.
I think I did.
Oh, so there you go. Smitty did.
It evolved. Who are
I know she oh, you know what? Yes. And then she would always call me Joe. So she just added a Dr. Joe.
Oh, so you start off as being Resident Joe, huh?
Yes. So
what did the Resident Joe mean? What's that mean?
I was transitioning to being a Dr. Joe.
Oh, okay.
I was doing my residential hours.
Go ahead, girl. Go and do your thing, man.
With one of my friends, I was doing my residential hours, and then I went back to Dr. Joe. I graduated.
Go ahead. So you've been Resident Joe for quite a while then, huh?
Yes, I did for a while. A couple of years, I would say.
Go ahead.
Hours that she put in with you.
You turn your volume on your microphone up, Tuli.
That's it. I said all the hours. I can't get any louder. All the hours that she was able to put in with you, allow her to.
She's been on service this whole time, so she signed up on the hours.
And that's true because I'm a therapist as well. I'm a life coach, and a lot of therapists seek me for counseling. So you're right. I had to put a lot of time with Dr. Joe for her to get her residency, and I'm glad she graduated.
I didn't know you did, but I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm very modest. I don't like to brag. I wasn't gonna say nothing unless Tuli, she put some attention to it. So that's all I'm speaking on it.
That's right.
But what I want to do is I want to say hello to all my number one fans out there. What is up, Ian? What's up, Jordan? What's up to everybody out there? I hear LaKiera out there, and Miko and Chelsea, a lot of people out there. I want to apologize to y'all ladies. I know y'all been sending me emails. I just not had a chance to respond. I've been busy. But to answer everybody's question, they want to know how I'm doing. I am doing good. I'm feeling good, and I'm looking good. What more can I say?
Just want to say, I finally finished reading your book. It was so much. I had to read my parts.
What they holding up? They holding up the book called Womb Management. Do you want to be married?
He's going to write the after married version, but I appreciate it.
Can't be.
Womb management. That's what it's all about.
You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it, Joe? Let's talk about it, Joe.
Yeah, Joe. Let me put you on the big screen so you can talk about it. Go ahead.
No. One of the things I do want to say, the biggest question. I think the thing that caught my attention the most about this book, that the Love Doctor right here, is: do you want to be married? That's a great question. Why do you want to be married? Do you know what marriage intakes? I think that's a huge open-ended question. I could definitely write a 3-5 essay about it with that question. Do you want to be married? Why? Who, what, where, and why?
Absolutely. Tulip, what do you think is the answer to that question for most women?
That's tight. Well, most women will probably say yes to the idea, but no to the actual action.
Ooh, elaborate on that for me.
Wow.
Yes, in my mind, I would love to be married. You know, I respect the unity of marriage. I respect that people, you know, fall in love and live happily ever after. But at this time in my life, I cannot be married. I don't want to be married. I don't want to release a part of myself to someone else. I don't want to be subordinate to somebody else. I don't want to have a person to lead me. I want to lead. I want to be together. I want us to be on the same playing field, you know, equally. So a lot of that's I think that's what it is. I got something going on right now. I'm really good. I'm good right now. I have my career. I have a place to stay. I make my money. So do I want the headache of having to have somebody, you know, and then I got to go through the trying to find somebody who's of my caliber, who my parents approve of, and don't let forget to actually do a background check, not just on their current person, but are you what you were when you were born? You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Right. So somebody you say, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
I got you. So let me ask you this, Thule. In your opinion, what is the alternative that the women are selecting if they're not selecting marriage?
What's the alternative is just being single. I mean, they're good. You know, some people, you know, if you need to take care of yourself, you take care of yourself. And
is it really being single, or is it being the alternative is being a single parent?
It's being single.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because what ends up happening is that what people got to understand is that almost everybody wants to be in a relationship. So at that point, it talks about the evolution of relationships, because people might say, hey, you know, they like the idea of marriage, but they don't want to be married. However, right, they still do want to be in a relationship. And what ends up happening is that a lot of relationships, if they aren't cultivated properly, they ultimately leave situations where people are, you know, damaged or bruised or injured by those toxic relationships. And some of it may result in things like broken homes, single parents, and stuff like that. So the whole world of dating and the relationships, that's an area that I explore in that book. But appreciate you, Dr. Joe, for bringing that book. And I definitely appreciate the support. Thanks again. Put it up again for the viewers. Yeah.
You can't just say that and think that's it.
Yeah. I said, especially when Preacher walks in here.
Exactly.
There is no way.
You already know he's full of junk, so please don't think this is new for me.
I got a question. I mean, Dwayne, why do you think the woman is gonna have a child?
So I wasn't speaking just specifically to a woman. I'm talking about anybody in relationships. That's whether if you're a male or if you're a female. There's a lot of dangers and risks that are involved when you're not in a healthy relationship that can result to marriage. It's almost like it's nurturing an actual seed of a family. Where does the family unit come from? It comes from a relationship between a man and a woman. If I'm out here having relationships with women, or if I'm out here, you know, if it's a female having a relationship with men, ultimately, when you're in relationships, there's going to be at some point a lot of different obstacles and challenges, whether it be sexual, whether it be financial, whether it be with communications. It's a lot of different toxic things. And a lot of people end up, as you get older, they arrive to the conclusion, I don't even want to keep wasting my time with these relationships, you know? So the book actually explores more so about relationships that lead to marriage. So it's almost like, do you want to be married? So it's a pro-marriage book. I believe personally in society, the idea and the concept of marriage is not being promoted. What's being promoted is being single, staying single, and anything that's anti-marriage, you know, almost you turn the TV shows on and you'll see a guy who wants to be married, he's being made fun of because he actually wants to get married. That's something that's been going around in the media. If you know, one of the number 2 draft pick in college, they're making fun of him because they're saying, hey, he's saying, I want to get married. And they're saying, hey, you should just play the field and be single.
How about Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
I don't think it was more so him getting married. Well, what I thought, it was just the fact he didn't have a prenup. That's the part that I saw that was the issue because he was so young and because he can do just what you just said, that, you know.
Yeah. And I do think marriage is promoted. It's just that it's promoted in a fake way, right? This whole fairy tale about marriage is promoted, and then when people get into it, you find out that it's not a fairy tale. It's reality. It's 2 different human beings coming together with 2 different ways of thinking. And I think what we're lacking is educating our young people what marriage is really about, rather than, hey, you are a Cinderella and he is a prince, and that's how marriage is going to be. When reality is that I think people need to be educated more with their realistic picture of marriage. But like Tuli said, if they feel like they're not ready for marriage, that's something people should not get into, because it's a beautiful thing, but it's a lot of work, you know? So yeah, I think that's a very interesting question you're having there. Do you want to be married? I think that's something people that are considering, but Preacher can go in deep into that. He does marriage counseling. But that's a very interesting question.
Extra question. So do you think, when you're saying teaching, you're saying you to be more effective if when teaching and elaborate and sharing things with people, that you actually share your personal stories that people learn? Because you can always say, you know, it takes 2, you have to give, you have to be open, and everybody has come from 2 different relationships, blah, 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 blah. Or you say, well, my husband and I went through this. This is what we went through. So I'm telling you this to, you know, so that you can learn from that. Which way you think will be better?
I don't think it necessarily has to be personal stories, because I think every marriage is different, but they're realistic, just of examples. Give examples into like where you're going to find yourself into a difficult situation, and you're going to have to deal with the situation and not get emotional or I get to see this now. I guess I don't know if you have to be, I don't know if you're able to see this unless you are already in the situation. I don't know if there's any way to be able to see this unless you're there, because I heard it so many times. Marriage is complicated. And I was like, how hard can marriage be? But then you're there and it's like, whoa, it's like, you know, a roller coaster. But I mean, and you hear from Preacher too, when he, you know, marriage is not what you guys, is not only sex, it's not only this, it has beautiful things, it's also complicated. I don't know, in a way to educate, maybe there should be a marriage group where people talk about what the reality of marriage is.
To each other, or to, what are you saying? Group?
Yeah, to each other. Maybe like a group where people that are about to get married could ask any questions, or can learn from married couples that have been married for a long time. But real married couples, not there are some married couples that tell you that marriage is so wonderful and beautiful, and it's like, and I'm like, wow, okay, so that's what I heard my whole life. Oh, marriage is so beautiful. I never heard the bad areas of marriage. And it's like, I think that's something people need to know before they get into marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing when work is put in, but yeah, I think that's a great question.
Honey, tag, you're it.
Tag, Preacher, you're it.
So what?
Tag, you're it.
No, tag. No, I'm listening. No, I'm just absorbing and listening. I think what y'all saying. Keep going. I'm listening. See my tag.
Well,
I heard it. I'm listening to y'all. Keep going.
Okay. Well, no. What I'll add and echo in is just listen to some feedback and commentary from both of y'all ladies. Is when I think about marriage, it actually takes me back to my single solitude years. And what I mean by that is marriage is something that, it grows and it flourishes, but ultimately starts off with the individual on an individual basis. And I say of any relationship, whether it's marriage relationship, a business relationship, whatever type of relationship that you have interacting with people, I've learned how to really start taking time and self-reflecting, self-examining myself. So I would tell you, it's really, really good when you can get to a point where you can kind of just self-examine yourself as an individual and say, hey, what's some things that I can do better in terms of my relationships? Maybe if it's communication. Sometimes, if I get mad, if I get angry, I just want to just shut down. I don't want to communicate things. I want to be isolated versus, being open. Other people may have different ways of just their communication style is they don't listen, doing more talking without actually listening and just more so waiting to tell your side of the story versus actually listening and being reflective and understanding things from another person's perspective. Those are all different things that kind of over time where, I think even if you're not married, you can start doing those on an individual basis right now that can really, really help you grow. What y'all ladies think about that?
Yeah, I agree. Communication. I think what I've come to understand right now today in my life is if each individual does their part of their role, things could become easier if each individual does their individual role. And like you said, I guess that self-reflection and self-work is definitely something that needs to be done. But also as the two are one, so average, but it does work when the two are in the same page.
Want to share with y'all a fact. Well, I won't say it's a fact, but it's a certain statistic data that I just recently saw. It says as of right now, in the United States, approximately 64% of Black children live in single parent homes. What are y'all thoughts about that?
Hold on, let me tell you something. Okay, let me share this with you. I was recently in a situation and I was around Caucasians. It was mostly them. It's probably like 4 of us. And they were talking. It was an exercise to tell you, to get to know you and tell us something about them. And it was out of the 4 people that stood up during this session, 3 of them said that they were from a single parent home and they were Caucasian. 3 out of the 4, and they all, of course, attributed their success and everything to their mother. They were raised by their mother.
Yeah.
Nobody said my dad died. Nobody said, it was any, like the dad was not there, was not able to be there. So it's really not just us, but I know they always do the statistics on us. But I was like, oh my goodness. One thing about it, they were very successful. They had flourishing businesses. So I don't know. And they attributed their mothers, the way that they raised them to be resilient. And they worked really hard to be successful to take care of their mom because she was a single parent, So, but I was really blown away. I was like, not that I didn't think that they existed, but it was just like just those 4. It was 3 out of those 4 were raised by single parents. And one of them, she said, and she was a single parent as well. And because she saw what her mom did, she was able to be she said she was able to, raise her daughter to be this wonderful person that she is right now as well. So she herself, but she did say she was divorced. when her daughter was 2. So she's like 30 something now. Yes. So
Yeah.
she became a single parent. She stayed single and she's still single now. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Those statistics to me, they're not all accurate. And then there's also that question where the parents are still in the house together, but it's not a healthy environment, So it's like, all right, it might be that somebody's raising the kids single, but it might have been better than watching the parents fight or the dad or the mom being abusive in the home. So. No statistics to me.
Yeah, you have to take with a grain of salt. I mean, it could be the people that they asked that could very well be accurate. But I just want to remind everybody that there was not just us. It's not just us. Even though we are the ones that they do all this research, find the failures in. It's not just us.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the system.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So y'all through trying to y'all help them out. Is anybody tagged in yet to say they ready to get married based off y'all advice? I don't know if nobody tagged in. So okay, I'm ready now. Y'all convinced me. Let's go ahead and do it.
We started with the book Preacher. It's like it's like, do you want to get married? It's like this question right here I feel like it's a really open-ended question. So what do you think about
I think with him being married now, he should see things just a little bit differently. Possibly when he wrote it at the time. We wrote it from a single man perspective versus, where you're at today. I think some of the advice that you'll try to give women in that book, that you'll try to give women be necessarily practical for them. Definitely it's the right way to do it. But then what do you tell a woman that's already that's past that point? Or what you're trying to tell them. So a lot of times, again, when people write, they write from opinions. And they might say, well, I use facts. A lot of facts are based off of how you view a situation. So like you might find a book from a person that's of color that might have opinion or might say, this is factual about white people. It'd be based off of their opinions and whatever interaction they might have had, one occurrence, or maybe even two, that might be similar that affects them. So you're more or less generalized when you write. So that's why when you deal with people writers, you always kind of look at like the whole synopsis when you kind of look at it and try to get an idea of where they're coming from when they're stating what they're saying are facts. A lot of things can be facts, but then you look at, the type of people you're dealing with today, where society moving today, how do we try to get that group to make change? A lot of things we tell you, you might give that to a young girl that may be like 7 or 8, start with her. A lot of them you start with, 15, 18, 20 plus. They already, activated, been pretty active, already taking on a lifestyle. Then you're trying to get them to kind of convert and come back saying, this is what you need to do. But I already bypassed that point. So I don't know, do you have anything inside the book where it comes in for, say, if a female say, well, I'm mad, I passed all of that. What I do at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
Yes, I do. I do address that stuff. Yes, sir. But again, different strokes. Like you said, you can't paint every situation with one brush or whatever. You know what I mean? I just talk from more so my experiences throughout my life since I more so got married at a later age. But answer your question, yes, sir.
Well, I was just saying in general when people write. Also, Bill, tell Gina we said shalom.
Shalom, Gina. Yeah, the Bill, shalom.
Yeah, so I was just making that statement. I think there's no real just one cut and dry when you're dealing with people in marriage. It's kind of knowing the people. I can kind of generalize a statement, but then when you're dealing with people, it's kind of getting them. A lot of times people bring people like, give us counsel, give us that. So you get people that won't tell you everything. Mm-hmm. They'll tell you feel like you need to know, then other things will come out later that you'll say, this could have made a difference. that you said everything. I think a lot of it too is people not really being really honest, because I don't want to tell you too much to make you say no.
Right.
Save you from a divorce later or a separation. Versus like for me, when I have to counsel people, some people, I won't put a lot into it. They feel like, I already know. Okay, it's no need, because I already know that type of attitude. So you're just gonna have to see for yourself. And some people can come in, okay, tell us, but we're not going to tell everything. There are issues even in dating. The issues have gotten questionable, but I'm on this headlong tour of, I've told everybody I'm getting married, so I came back out and I'm pretty much committed. And a lot of times that's what you deal with people, versus sometimes you could turn around. You might say, well, I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, it's worse. I tell you what's worse than tired of waiting is getting stuck and you waiting on somebody to die, because you can't get out of it. Realizing, had you been just totally practical with yourself, because I know there's single people out here that watch and listen, and they all everybody feel like they got the key, the answer to do it and know. And again, and it deals with, the different things you've dealt with. Because a lot of times people got, old damage from relationships and just general in life. And you try to make sure a lot of that don't filter over into the relationship. Don't be talking like that. I don't like no man. My last boyfriend talked to me like that. Something like, whoa, you struck a nerve. And anytime somebody comes saying, you remind me of my ex.
Right.
And the only way to find that out is when you get into a situation. So it's very important. I always say have real conversation. Besides, how I like to have sex, how many times a week. So sometimes people have those conversations. I had people that conversation was, listen, I like from the bag. I like, you thinking. Okay. I'm saying real conversation. We're not talking about what sex position you like. We're talking about real conversation about real things, pet peeve, things you like, vision, goals, things you're trying to do, knowing what another person trying to do. Because then you get in a marriage, it's a lot of things people don't discuss, and they get in a marriage and realize how irritating another person can be. Because you think about it, we've never had this conversation. I didn't think it was a need to. Let me tell you, if it's something you do, it's something him to do, you need to have conversations so people know how you like to do things. Some people get out of bed, they don't even make it up. They're like, well, I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna get in it later. Well, that's a problem. I out of bed, man. I don't want to get in the bed that's already messed up. Now, unless I went to the restroom and I came back, I want to get rid of that sleep. I want to get rid of that sleep, and I want to come to a different sleep. But there are some people, and it can be that this is something that it's kind of their life. They find themselves in life coming back to the same point, so it reflects in other things that they do. So why make up the bed when I'm coming right back to it either way it go? Whether it's the night, later on, I am coming back to bed. And sometimes because of different things that happen in their life, they feel like I always come back to this point. So they don't ever look at trying to transition away from. It's little pet peeve, or look, I ain't gonna say pet peeve, I'm sorry. It's things that you really have to watch about people. And a lot of the time you don't get that knowledge until you get in a situation. And realize, then you get to find out if the situation is irreversible, can it be fixed? Because if it can't be fixed, then you got to look at separate. That's a lot that goes into marrying and getting married and committing yourself. So it's really important to make sure that you do have real conversations. Again, not about sex and how many times we're going to have sex. Yes, sex is a part of it, but if you're not communicating, if you're going two totally different ways, all you're doing is having sex, and you just go get you a prostitute or buy you one of them $9,000 dolls off a line. You say, well, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna wind up going to Sheol or going to hell for sleeping with this doll. But if you sit in a marriage and you're miserable, you're totally constant, just kind of, depending yourself and the other person, where you going then? We've been called to be at peace with one another. And it's really important that people need to know and need to look at things like that. I'm damn, if you're going to date a woman and you tell me I marry her, you need, this is what I tell a man, you need access to come to my house and look around unannounced. You say I should keep a closet, I should make up a bed, without telling her, just saying I give you a key to my same thing to man. She needs to come and see you. See, do you flush the toilet? You got men that piss be like, I got 3 more times to urinate. So you know, let me tell you something. It is to us, but you got to understand, everybody doesn't grade everything the same way. For some people, it's not that important. I mean, it ain't a big hang up. You don't flush the toilet. I think it's trashy. You should flush the toilet. I don't care if it's just you living there. I think it's just nasty. Plus, those are toxins that your body gave off. You want to be breathing it in. There are people that feel like, I mean, it's just pee. It's only water with food coloring, as they might think. Things that we might take offensive or might find to be a character flaw. To some people, I mean, I think you think too much. I think you just thinking too much into it. So for me, I would want to know how a person really thinks. What's your logic?
Mm.
I mean, you might think about this. Why would you think you need to have a conversation about a man before you get married and say, you know, you do flush the toilet when you urinate, right? You're thinking that's dumb. I flush the toilet. Again, you flush the toilet. That doesn't mean he does.
That's very true.
Now you get into this hang-up argument of he's constantly leaving where he never flushes the toilet. Or he might feel like he don't have to wash his hands.
Mm.
I told you I worked with a guy one time. He washed his hands before he urinated. So he got. I said, you're not gonna wash your hands before you? He said, no. He said, I washed my hands before. He said, for what? He said, I washed my hands before I touched it. He said, I've been out here working in the warehouse. I don't put my dirty hands on, on his penis. But he didn't feel like he needed. I said, is it that clean? Yeah, your hands are dirty from working, right? What has your penis been doing in your underwear?
Oh.
But again, that's his logic. I couldn't figure it. It didn't make sense. So think about a woman that marries him and she learns later. He went to the restaurant. And think about this. Just actually, did you wash your hands? What is he going to say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's going to be thinking, when did he wash his hands?
You're right.
When he finished. So I'm just telling you why it might seem to some to be a simple thing. Mm-hmm. You really have to look at things that you do. It's important to let a person know just how you start your day. I get up in the morning, I take a bath, I shower, I brush my teeth. What a person need to know. They might say, well, it's some people go to bed dirty. I like to be clean when I leave out. I don't care about going to bed dirty because I'm gonna get up and take a bath anyway. Well, guess where most people find this out? When they get married.
Right. Absolutely.
And a lot of things. So now we add up, hey, he don't take baths at night. He take them in the daytime because he likes to be clean when he go out. What he brings into the home. Or she. I want to say he or she. And the washing their hands is before they use the restroom, not after. So you compound this with already we see things somewhat differently anyway. Mm-hmm. A lot of this is a recipe for a disaster.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You
know what I'm saying? Make sure a person mindful, respectful of the other person. We sit at the table eating, they just let off one at the table while you're eating. Mm-hmm. It's only air. No, I mean, it's air, but those are gases you let out. We sit at the table eating. This is not the appropriate place. It's just things that, a person might not think nothing about. They need to have the conversation because typically what we always say is what? People ain't stupid. People aren't dumb. It's not about people being dumb. People can just not be. The way you're reared, how you do things or see things make a difference.
Yeah.
Then you're already going to have your normal disagreements because you see things differently. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it can be just off of basic practical things. How you keep things, how you do things, how you're a punctual person. Listen, I'm never late because I'm on time. Whatever it is, it don't count until I get there. So for me, I'm never late. See, people can have dumb like that. Mm-hmm. Why would you think that's a person about being punctual? Are you punctual? People don't ask questions like that. Hey, you go to pick up a young lady, you're going on a date. She told her 5:30, you get there, she comes out 6:15. Ain't no big deal because you're in love, you like it. And you don't see this as a pattern. Because we discussed 5:30 and you come out at 6:15 because you're still getting dressed. And when you listen to the logic of why they're getting dressed, you know, oh, I'm sorry, late. I started getting dressed at 6 o'clock and I rushed and hurried up. Then they rushed and they're still not completely finished. But you were supposed to pick them up at 5:30. You don't sense a problem. You know, all women late ain't a big deal. Then you get married. Then you start having business you got to do. They're always late. They're never punctual. You see what I'm saying? And these things become a problem. I use the one, it could be the man. And everybody think it's just nice, little cute stuff. It's not nice, cute stuff. This is just things about them. They don't prioritize well. So now you got situations you need to sit down and talk to them about that you're having that's affecting the marriage or relationship. You ain't gonna believe it. Because of their inadequacy to be punctual, they really don't have the adequacy to sit down to function, realize this is a serious matter that needs to be addressed. Mm-hmm. They've always dealt with things that way. They avoid where they have to be addressed on situations to try to correct situations. So there are so many things. That's just me talking. Y'all was talking. This is me. Just knowing people and dealing with people. People logic is not what people thinking. Look at Puffy, just for instance. Sean Diddy. You know, y'all would never say, is he considered to be a nice looking guy to you ladies? Is he considered to be a nice looking guy? So if you were dating him, just you were going out, y'all were dating, and it's like the third or fourth time y'all going out, or fifth time, he's tired, he want to give you a good night kiss. What would you say? No? What would you do? Hey, it's a good night kiss.
I would give him a good night kiss.
Okay, here's a man that drank semen, pee, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff they do. Again, but you're looking at he's filthy rich, so that makes him clean. He's got to be intelligent. He has to have some couth.
He physically looks clean and well kept.
So what did that tell you? You look at this man take semen out of the vagina of a woman to rub it on his own chest.
You never know.
And rub it in. You see what I'm saying? So when you get into how, and then the woman that he is romantically with, he likes her letting other guys urinate in her mouth.
Yep. And he
kisses and have relations with her. So, I'm just saying, when you look at people from the look of him, because he kept Sean Combs, Sean did always look clean. That's what he was known about, being clean. He always looked like see him like he seemed to be a clean cut guy, real clean professional guy. When these guys, and business wise, yes, but when you look at his ethics for a relationship and the things he does, he masks away them. So, but you just look at, women get these guys and they just fall right in. Everybody just go in there laying a tongue in each other's mouth and this thing. You don't know what these people been doing or who these people with or what kind of restraint these people have. They don't.
Yeah.
You just assume. So it's important that when you're dating, this is what I encourage a guy. If a guy's dating a girl, even one I want to date with, I want to know, have you been, try to get him into a conversation of, do or have you had, homosexual encounters? You need to know because he could be struggling. It could be a thing. Let me tell you something. A man could be struggling with that to where he does it infrequently, so he doesn't judge himself to be gay. It's like something he just do every now and then, so he would never count himself as homosexual. So you asked the wrong questions. I'm just curious. I know it's stupid, but are you homosexual? Are you into homosexual sex? And a woman, I don't want to offend him. I don't want to run him off. Well, you're just gonna get offended. Because I been want to know the girl. I want to know about your last boyfriend. I want to know how I'm a right hand battle. Okay, I bat right, so I need to know what this other. He was ambidextrous. He be just that's gonna make a difference in our relationship. I'm serious. I broke up with a woman for that. I went, man, no. The guy knew that she told me her ex was, I ain't do nothing. When she told me who she was, no, what? I ain't get that.
Wait. That girl told you what the ex-boyfriend did? Or who he was?
When she asked me who, I went to another school at the time. It was open campus back then. She told me about a guy that was supposed to go to school with me at the same school. Did I know him? I told her what school I did go to. And she's like, Jim, I was like, No, because I didn't. I was like, no, I don't know him. You know, she was from one of them islands, her family in a way. And she was. I'm like, for what I'm thinking about, no, I don't know who her ex-boyfriend was. She was like, yeah. I said, no. I was like, no, I don't know him. That's the only person I knew was Jim was a white boy. She said, that's him. I said, white boy Jimmy? She said, yeah. Listen, last time she seen me, last time she talked to me, I was a senior in high school. Last time she seen me, last time she talked to me, I was in high school. Last time she seen me, last time she talked to me. I don't play that stuff. You supposed to have sex with a man. Boy, we was in high school. I don't play that stuff. I'm like, oh no. No. I'm like, you got Dookie hole stuff in there. Oh no.
You know what you said makes a lot of sense because you know, everybody had a quote unquote wordplay definition. They know how to define stuff. You know what I mean? I want to share with y'all a quick 1 minute video that kind of reminded me of something I saw a while back on a podcast. Let me share this 1 minute video, y'all, and tell me what y'all think about this commentary.
Dick one time.
Jesus Christ.
Does that mean that? What does that mean? Say twice. Say twice.
Why are you so confused?
Dick twice. I'm waiting for the rest of this. I got dick twice. Does that make me gay?
No. Here's the thing. Okay. So,
I just said dick twice.
And this is twice as excessive. Okay. But let's dig into it, right? Okay.
He did.
He sucked the dick once, right? And then he's like, I'm not sure if I liked it or not.
Let me try it again.
And then he says, you know what? It's not for me. Don't like the taste. You see what I'm saying?
Don't like the taste. We're not talking about chicken. We talking about chicken.
Well, you know what?
Dick in his jaw.
Dick in his jaw. How you made a bar out of chicken and
because
dick.
She's an artist at heart. It's natural. It comes from
it doesn't mean he's gay. It means he sucked dick.
Okay. So just for the sake of your argument, that's okay. I got you.
Because the art of being gay is being gay.
It's being.
There it is. There it is. He say that don't make a man gay.
Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. If you held a man's hand like in a weird way, to me, you're gay. Like it's like
I don't know why you holding any man hand. You holding any man hand gay. That makes no sense.
I'm very with
Only
that.
And that guy talking, he's a very popular R&B singer.
What?
Why they do it?
That guy who was talking, he's a very popular R&B singer. That just wasn't any strange dude. He's into the R&B singing. You know, he's very popular in the R&B world singing. So that's their image and that's their perception of a lot of those folks. It's a mess.
I sent you something. I'm saying something here on the situation.
Can y'all send it to me? I don't have my cell phone really quick, so I'm gonna let me y'all go and grab my cell phone.
It's in the, they can put it on there. They can put it on. It's in the on. And I don't know how to send it to that chat up there.
Okay.
But I don't know how to send it there, but just
y'all post it for me. While
It's
y'all
the
in there, it's some new information I found out this week that y'all might know of, but I did not know of. I wanted to share that with y'all really quick, but that's in the world of politics. Didn't know if you want me to put up your story first, or can I share the political story first?
Share the political. Okay.
All right, so everybody who does not know, recently this week in Georgia, we just had the primary election, and some of the results were quite shocking to me. I want to make sure I represent the results right, so I have them right here in front of me. But in particular, a large Democrat population actually showed up, and a small Republican turnout showed up. So in some cases, almost like when I was looking at some of the numbers, almost 2.5 times more Democrats showed up and voted in this particular primary election, in the Republican election or whatever. So I don't know if this means that Georgia is swinging blue again, or if they're just lower turnout in Republicans. But if you look on these lists, You know, one candidate got 125,000 votes, while the Republican candidate got 54,000 votes. And keep in mind, this is just the primary, so things can turn out different in the general election coming up. But I was just like, wow, this is really, really typically Democrats don't show up like that. So that's really awesome. Interesting.
Where's this at?
Georgia.
The state of Georgia.
In Georgia.
Oh, you did both of them already, Joe? Okay, cool. It took me forever.
Yes, sir. These positions right here were typically all Republican incumbents. And it just has not the turnout for the Republicans paled in comparison to the Democratic turnout. And it's just the primary.
I know one of them that's in that runoff.
Oh, yeah.
For Democratic. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was just interesting right there. I didn't see any news channels really covered from that perspective. So that was just something I was looking at results earlier today. And I was like, wow, that's not even close.
Are you co-signing with the person that running out?
Me, yes.
Do you know the person? Do you feel that person a credible person?
Yes.
All right, who is the person?
Keisha
Who
Wait.
is the person?
Keisha Wait.
Oh, Waits.
Wait. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll take your word for it then. And she's running for what position? Commissioner for something?
She'll be in runoff. Yeah, huh?
It's doing something. It's a delay. So when you talk, you're quiet when the words come out. Delay. You said what now? She's for what position?
Public Service Commissioner.
Public Service Commission. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Love Doctor. What was it you saying? I heard somebody put a tank as an old head. That's the guy whoever it was we put up. Well, your lips moving, no words. You might have your
okay, yeah. Okay. No, I muted my phone. I muted my mic. I didn't know if mine was causing that echo that you was hearing from Tula or whatever. So I had muted mine. But I have the article now that just came over. It's about 8 minutes long. You want to play the entire thing?
I guess so. Yeah.
All righty, here we go.
The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt. Y'all know how I do. So I'm here to talk about Top Dog Law. Y'all hear Top Dog Law all over the radio, and I know by now that if you want top dollar, you should also know this. You gotta call Top Dog Law if it's about your car accident. Don't let these little families make accusations.
Breakfast Club.
So Tyler Perry is being sued for $260 million for sexual harassment, sexual assault, and workplace sexual harassment and sexual assault and battery by a man named Derek Dixon. So this man named Derek Dixon. What?
Go ahead.
This man named Derek Dixon he's an actor, and he was formerly in the Oval. He is not only just suing Tyler Perry, he's also suing Tyler Perry Studios. And Tyler Perry is denying this. His attorney has already made a statement calling this a scam. So to back up, Derek Dixon says that him and Tyler Perry met in 2019 at an event. In Derek Dixon's words in the documents, he says that Tyler Perry picked him out of a crowd and asked for his number, suggesting that he might have a role for him. So then following that, Derek Dixon says that Tyler Perry did end up giving him a small role in 2 episodes of a show called Ruthless. Then Derek claims that in January 2020, Tyler Perry allegedly invited Derek to his Atlanta home. Derek says that he accepted the invite. He hoped that this would build a friendship between the two of them and lead to more acting gigs. But according to the lawsuit, while there, Derek claims and alleges that he drank too much and he ended up sleeping in the guest room. Now, he alleges when he was asleep in the guest room that Tyler Perry got into bed with him and started touching his thighs. And although Derek alleges that he rejected this, the advances that night, he says that Tyler Perry remained interested in him. Now, he says shortly after he landed a role as Dale in the Oval, and he says this was great for his career, but he says that at the time, this is when Tyler Perry started to fire off sexually suggestive texts, including asking what Drew's sexual preferences were and telling him allegedly telling him that he has sex with men. Now, Derek also points out in this lawsuit that the character Dale that he played was written as a gay, homeless, and desperate store clerk who had to sleep with other characters for a place to stay. And Derek claims that Derek alleges that this is exactly what Tyler Perry told him he was looking for in a real-life sexual partner, someone who would be loyal and dependent upon him. Derek is also alleging that he feared that his career would be derailed if he said no to Tyler Perry. So instead, he told him he just wasn't the sexual type, allegedly, but he was always terrified he'd lose his job if he complained about sexual harassment. Now, Derek says that this happened to the point that, once again, Tyler Perry allegedly invited him to his home back in 2020, and things took a dark turn, according to Derek. Derek is alleging that Tyler Perry greeted him warmly at the home, but then quickly started to sexually charge the conversation, asking him things allegedly like if he likes it rough in bed. And then Derek alleges that Tyler Perry grabbed him by the throat while saying, "Look how excited you just got." He alleges that Tyler Perry, that he pushed Tyler Perry away. And that was the end of this alleged incident. Now, the lawsuit includes a bunch of different text messages over the years between both of the men. Most of the text messages that are included, he's trying to show that, or trying to allege that Tyler Perry is like sexually charging and bringing sex into the conversation and doing things that made him uncomfortable. Now, one of the text messages in particular, there's a couple included in the lawsuit. One of the text messages in particular, Tyler Perry is responding to Derek, and allegedly he's saying, "No straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to F you. And then I would F you" is in the text. Now, this text, the text go like this. So there is a photo that is sent to Derek of Tyler Perry in the water. He's on off of a jet ski, and he's asking him you don't see like a stud in this photo. Like it's the conversation obviously between two people who are familiar with each other. And then there's another text message where Derek, I guess there was a photo posted or something like that, or maybe Tyler Perry received the photo of Derek walking with another guy, and he's texting him like, "Oh, I'm jealous, like who's in this photo," type of thing. And Derek is responding like, "Oh, it's just," he names the guy or whatever the case may be. There's another text message conversation where Tyler Perry is having a conversation allegedly with Derek about when are you going to be able to have sex without any guilt. And then there's like a whole religious guilt conversation that they have as well. Yeah. But again,
so who's the lawyer?
So Tyler Perry's attorney is a man named Matthew Boyd.
No.
Tyler Perry's attorney.
The other guy.
The other guy's attorney is.
I mean, because this just it definitely sounds like something that we've heard over and over. I really honestly feel like maybe they was dealing with each other. Yo got mad over something, and then now he want to come out with, "Oh, I need $260 million." But everything sounds consensual. Everything sounds like they were talking. And then now you're just, you know what I'm saying?
I would say this: there's two sides to every story, right? You hear this one side, and I would tell people you got to look at somebody's character and somebody's integrity, right? We always look at Tyler Perry. He's always carried himself with integrity. He's always done so much to uplift each other, especially our community. He's hired so many different people. Like I said, I don't know all the details, but based on what we know on Tyler Perry's character. Sometimes you just got to sit back and relax.
Yeah.
Right? You can't judge too fast because Tyler Perry has done so much. Like I said, there's always two sides to a story. And because Tyler Perry is being sued, you know what? He can't say anything.
Yeah.
He has to let it play out in court. But knowing what we know about Tyler Perry and who he is as a person, sometimes you just sit back and relax and just let it play out. That's right.
Tyler Perry has not said anything directly. And just to answer your question, the guy, Derek Dixon, is being represented by the law offices of Jonathan Deshad, PC, out of LA. Tyler Perry has an attorney. His name is Matthew Boyd. He's a attorney for Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Studios Production Services, who's also being sued. And their statement reads from Tyler Perry's legal team: "This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail."
Period.
All right. Well.
Period.
Yes.
I mean, I know we gotta sit back and wait. I just feel like, this is crazy. $260 million.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yep.
Seems
It
like a
just
money
sounds
play.
like a money
260
grab, yo.
$260
Like,
million is just
like this is weird.
Yeah, he's seeking the $260 million for $260 million for damages. And this all comes after he quit the Oval back in June of 2024 and filed a complaint with the Equal Employment and Opportunity Commission, saying he could no longer put up with the alleged sexual harassment. So yes, to Envy's point, we just sit back now and watch it play out and just see what happens. So yeah,
All
to
right.
Envy's point,
Yeah. And there we are. What y'all think? So they talking about is it a money grab or whatever? I mean, everything gonna be a money grab. That's why you got money out here. If a person feel like it was damaged, they're going to sue. You know, Tyler Perry knows his reputation. Tyler Perry knows it's been going on a lot of years. Questioning his sexuality, bringing up about him being homosexual. There's other people that brought about his homosexuality for years, and these people will use that against you. And I mean, he put himself in that spot. It's like it's just certain things you can't do when you got money, when you fight. It's just certain stuff you just can't do. And they know this. This is a constant from athlete being sued to. I remember we had an athlete I knew. He told me about he had to fly out to. He said in the NFL is real popular, where these women will file lawsuits on you. And you come and they will settle out because these guys look at they slept with so many women, they will be married. So he said he fly with his wife. He got out there, he was like, he'll do a DNA test. Lady said she was like, no, not him. It was the wrong person. But the fact he had to fly out there and fly his wife. Yeah, he flew his wife. He was like, because I ain't guilty. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't sleep with him. And there was, you just find out that this is a game they play. And a lot of these guys, the athletes, wind up paying because of the fact they married, they mess with so many women. I just can't tell. It's easier to pay $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Now these women asking for millions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 60 million.
Dang, that's a lot of money.
You got me with that stuff. Goodness. So anyway, he's done a lot of stuff. They can say like the other guy, whoever on that show, on the light-skinned guy, he all there pushing Tyler Perry. He's done a lot of good. Yeah, he's definitely be wise.
Now there's text
messages.
There's text messages about the situation where Tyler Perry's texting this guy in like a sexual kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, this is the thing, for people that are homosexual, you yet to find some of them that have couth. The homosexual just doesn't allow them to stay inside their own perimeter with their own people. So they're typically gonna, branch out and feel bold or feel like they can push it on other people. That's how they always get in mess. Really, they do. They just wind up pushing it and they push the envelope. And like some men with their sexuality, even with women. They just get to where it don't matter. They just think they can say and do anything. Then they wind up getting the hammer brought down. No, you can't do that. A lot of men are going to prison that I don't agree with it for stuff they did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Smokey Robinson. I don't know what he did. But let me say this: in this kidnapping stuff and chain and tying people up, it's just too much going on. It's just way too much going on. But from his Smokey Robinson, he got stuff going on, not homosexual, but supposedly from what they're saying. I don't know, it's a lot. Who knows? And with Tyler Perry, I definitely wouldn't be the person to believe he would be innocent. I mean, it goes with the lifestyle. You attract a certain type of person. You're living a lie when you're saying that you're a woman when you're a man. A woman is living a lie when she says she's a woman when she's a man when she's really a woman. So you're already in denial. So the people you're going to deal with are going to be other people that also will tell a lie. Mm-hmm. Think about it. You live in an alternate lifestyle and you lying about it. And you lie to yourself. What type of people in this lifestyle? Truth seekers? Honest, upstanding people? No, come on. There's no need of us. She said DJ Envy is an embarrassment. Well, I think from his comment that let everybody know where he was. You know what I'm saying? His problem name is DJ Envy. You know what I'm saying? He with the group he running, it probably ain't Envy. It might be In Me with him and them other guys. Because that makes zero sense what he said about Tyler Perry. So I don't put nothing past this guy. He's suspect in my book. I don't know why he would have said that. I said, listen, the statements were made. You know, we can only just, you know, wait to see what comes out. But he done this. The way he just pushed over Tyler Perry. Yeah. I think we know that Madea got a friend. Madea, not everybody. Some people I never watched any of that Madea junk. I don't like it. I didn't never think it was cute either. Big Mama, what that Lauren Lund did, Big Mama, I did watch it was fun. I stopped watching. I just stopped. I said, first of all, I'm going along. I didn't watch that at all. So I don't even know.
Nutty Professor? What's wrong with Nutty Professor?
I never watched it. He said Nutty Professor. I don't know.
That's where Big Mama house came from. It came from Nutty Professor.
Yeah. I forgot that he played that.
Lawrence did that.
It was a great movie, though. I really liked that movie.
Which one?
Nutty Professor.
Oh.
You know what? I think, Tula, you're right, Tula.
Exactly.
Hey, they all look like all of them the same. They done did it all of. It's too many of them wearing dresses. And
I know he did like 3 personalities, but I don't think it was the big lady.
They were never a spinoff. I don't know how you got that, but
yeah, Eddie Murphy did the Big Mama house too. In Nutty Professor, where he did the whole Big Mama house too. Yeah.
No, that was Martin Lawrence.
No, listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is in the movie Nutty Professor, Eddie Murphy also did a Big Mama house scene where he played the Big
That's
Mama.
What I meant. Yeah, that's what I thought you was meant to. You were saying. That's what I thought you were saying.
Yeah. I appreciate you for clearing that up, Dr. Joe.
Whatever.
What?
Big Mama. He did Big Mama's house. Or he did a woman, and you trying to say the woman is similar to?
I think that's what he's trying to say. It's similar to.
He need to clear. That's not what he said. He said he did the Big Mama on that show.
All of them. Tyler Perry did the Big Mama house when he was playing Big Mama.
Okay, that's not Big Mama house. Don't say that. Stop. She agreed with that. That's why. See, you can't. Hold on for a second. Joe, you didn't help. You actually hurt the worst because you sent him off on this binge of saying stuff that makes no sense.
All of them men dressed up as grandmamas.
Oh,
here we go.
That was a great movie. He's talented.
Who is?
Nutty Professor. Was it Eddie Murphy that did that movie?
Yeah. And he was
that's because him and John, something. So that's because he had been doing a lot of that. With Dr. Professor with Johnny Gill.
What?
These other guys. What you call it? What kind of professor you say he was?
Oh, that's
the Nutty Professor.
I said take the professor off. I said that he been doing too much of that with Johnny Gill.
That's it.
My. His own wife left him because she was tired of Johnny Gill standing at the table every holiday. So I'm saying this stuff, and I blame the women. You got tired when? How long does it take to find out your husband gay and you get tired of it? I have a problem with women that come out about their husband gay as they've been doing it for years. When should you leave your husband when he gay? As soon as you find out immediately. Good. Go get you a vaginal scrub. I'm trying to tell you now. And try to get you one of them front load animals so you can clean yourself out. These guys, I'm trying to tell some women, these guys are killing y'all. They killing, I'm telling you. These guys, they some kind of nasty. And you can't take a chance. Then you got here and you get messed up. Then you come crying and leaning all on us with that stuff. Y'all men gotta stop falling for that foolishness, man.
What?
Go ahead, ladies. Y'all opine.
I'm not sure. He's absolutely right. I don't know how to answer that.
I'm sick of the women that sit here and you want to come out and tell about the man you've been with for 4 or 5 years and he gay. You don't be nobody 4 or 5 years to take to find out they gay.
You don't? You don't think that that's
4 or 5 years for you find out
you to put the hot dogs in the freezer. You know what time it is.
What?
Feminine ways. So I mean, and then he could be bisexual. So it doesn't necessarily mean he wouldn't.
It don't matter if he paid for it. He's still gay. He's still gay if he paid for it. Whitney Houston broke up with Eddie after she heard him on the phone with a man. A man, rumor has it. Okay, Chavez, well, I ain't heard that because Whitney was gay. So that's going to be kind of hard that she do that. They even tried to push it on Bobby, saying Bobby was gay, but I doubt that. You know, I mean, you would think, you know.
Hey, Bobby's on crack. When funds was low, ain't no telling what crackheads do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, I sold crack now. I know they'll definitely do something. But I mean, I don't see her breaking up with him because he was gay, because she was gay. Her and Robin. So they all had this whole little escapade going. She do because Bobby gave him another.
I didn't know that.
Hold on, man. That's very known. That was known when she first came out.
Oh, I didn't know that, man. I
always
known
known.
it was a true movie.
No, it was never. That was never new. The women know the man is gay. They have a name for it. I think they call them a beard or a hag. I heard about it from the Diddy trial. I'm telling you something. I'm gonna give y'all though. This is true criticism. I fought a lot of women for what goes on with these homosexual men, and what's sickening. I'm being with you. A lot of women should be in jail. Cassidy, she stayed with that man all those years and knew he was having sex with a man, and she was going to sleep with other men. Now another guy sleeping with her, not thinking Diddy's gay, just thinking, hey man, his girl liked me, not knowing his girl likes you, him, other men, and knew he have sex with the man she have sex with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm being honest with you. All these women need to go to prison. And it'd be my wife. You date a guy, you know he gay, you need to go to prison.
Yeah,
don't come this side of the gate. You want to date a gay man who likes going into other men and go to women. The woman should be in prison. Trump, you don't screwed up everything else. Get this one thing, pass a law. If you stupid with him, you gotta stay with him, but both y'all die off. You can't come back over the gate. Yeah, don't mess. Why are you gonna mess up another man?
You done screwed up everything. You might as well do something right.
Women are more emotionally intelligent. Oh, this is scary. Gender and y'all have tons of initiative. What intuition?
That's true.
What intuition? Yeah. How they stay with these switch hitters for years and act like they had no clue there, because they're right. Women can pick up on energy and vibes on a man. Man, it ain't picking up energy vibe. It's the fact that, listen, when that man talk, he echo because his behind won't close. It's too many things that give this man away.
Such
Yeah.
When the man talk, his words come right
want you to get behind him. Come on now.
Come on.
Your husband sleep with panties on. It's just too many things getting him away. I'm just tired. This man, listen, this man brushing his teeth. He brushing his teeth with a vibrator.
Come on,
and she's sitting around talking about, oh, that's so cute. That's not cute. He's gay.
No, that's right.
Yeah, it's just bad. The man goggles with a vibrator. It's just retarded.
Yeah.
He gets the liquid kind that shoots out liquid. It's crazy. I mean, far-fetched out, but it's just getting down to the real pinpoint of women. Y'all do foul stuff that you sit here and you let these guys keep going. Then you'll go mess up another man and just tell him, oh, I just came out of bed. I don't want to talk about it. Man, right. Okay, he thinking he used to beat you or something like that. Okay, he cheated on you with another woman. Then you tell him, after you done infected this guy for 3, 4, 5 years, I'm ready to talk about it now. Yeah, he was homosexual. Guys would be in and out of the house. He's saying like homosexual. You don't think we should talk about it before we got 3, 4 years in this relationship? Because y'all clearly know he's been in so long, he's gonna say, well, that was her past. I'm not gonna hold her past against her. That was back then before me. She could have told me when we got started. Let me make a decision. I want to get involved with you when you come out of a homosexual relationship with a gay man.
I agree.
And I think women should be incarcerated if you do that and you don't tell. Listen, I think that the men who get caught homosexual and you're in a marriage, you mess with women, you need to go to prison. Mm-hmm. Unless you're that woman, you disclose that to her, she has full knowledge that you like peanut butter and jelly. More peanut butter than jelly. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So you got to clear that. Y'all got to come to the table. This ain't no plaything. Y'all dealing with, y'all know how many people now are being infected from AIDS because of these switches and the women.
Yeah.
Yeah, only reason I'm blaming the women because you will sit here and know that man draws got tons of mud in it because he has no grip in his behind.
Preacher.
He don't know how to stop. That man like some slick tennis shoes. He run on the ice. All he gonna do is slide. He can't stop.
Oh my goodness.
Resident Joe, you probably my therapist. You think he need to be laughing right now?
It's so you're being so descriptive. It's great though.
I'm just saying the women are the blame. If women, let me tell you why the women. A lot of things pivot off of a woman's opinion. A man getting his hair cut or not pivots off of women. Oh, you look nasty. Your hair need to get cut. A man gonna feel like, hey, women talk about. When I was coming along, every Friday you had to get a haircut. Every Friday, every Saturday. One of the you had to get a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
When I was selling drugs, I got my hair cut twice, sometimes 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. 3 times a week.
Listen, I had a barber come to me. It just depends. Yeah, minimum 2. Listen, you look at my pill and I said, listen, I kept my, because I used to have like the 2 Michael Jordans in the bag, Nike.
You paying for it now? You can get it 3 times a week. Now you got to pay for it. So that's the problem right there. I knew it was something.
No. Man was a lame. I already know you didn't do that. Man, listen, for me, I was out there, so I had to listen. Tuna tell me she made me. Was I clean too?
Yeah, absolutely.
You met him with that leather jacket.
Listen, no, I had the suede. I had several. Listen, I did the suede. All my stuff was kick. You know what I'm saying? From leather to suede, I did it. The silk suits, the 9. So I had to look to go with what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I kept that was something. The appearance was always important. You had to keep that up because women demanded. If you're gonna get picked, she looking at that guy got it together. He looks good. He's sharp. He rides good. You know. Here you go. What you gonna say?
I just saw a comment in the comment section. They're requesting that I play a video. It's about 4 minutes long, but it speaks along the lines of what you're saying. Women, as far as them dating and being married to gay men. I want to play this quick 4-minute video. This is salute to Rod in the chat.
Yeah,
here we go.
Rod.
This is your chance to say to the world, were you lying to Terry about your sexuality all those 6 years?
No, I wasn't lying about my sexuality.
You were not lying.
No, I wasn't.
So when you married her, you had no
fair use, you too. Fair use.
Right.
How does that happen?
Seriously,
because I've done so many shows. I know so many gay people who've known since they were 4, since they were 3, since they were born, since they were 7.
Right.
And now, and you're saying that you got all the way to 20 and never thought about it?
I am.
What?
Okay. Stop it. Okay. Okay. I'm from a culture where it's very conservative.
Yeah.
And we never thought about being gay. It's not a good thing in my culture. Just because of just the way of life, people look down on it, and nobody wants to be gay. And when I met Terry, I was a heterosexual. And I loved her for who she was, and I didn't love her for what she had. And I didn't know who she was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that we liked about each other.
But this is the thing. I understand that culture.
Right.
But just because it's hard to come out doesn't mean that you've never thought that you might be. You might think that you are and feel that you have to conceal it, think that you are and think that you have to grow up and marry, think that you are and think you have to, pretend or carry on this facade.
Right.
But I just really find that hard to believe that you get to be 20 and you never even think that you are.
I may have thought about it, but I didn't act on it. It was not the right thing to do at the time.
She didn't ask you if you acted on it.
I know, but the thing is
Off
this:
the
is that
cap.
You had never
life,
had a
identified.
homosexual encounter.
No.
Had never.
No.
Okay. And so, it's very personal, but you had not had a homosexual encounter until after you got married.
Right.
And so what happened when you were married? Because now you're living everything that you say the culture, your culture in particular, expected you to do with Terry. So now you're living it. So when did you start having these feelings that you might not be heterosexual?
After the last 2 years of the marriage, basically.
Yeah.
I started having conflicting feelings, and she sometimes will, bring to my attention that guys are looking at me, and
that guys were looking
at
you?
me, right?
Mhm.
Especially gay guys and women too. But it was just, she would emphasize that, oh, those guys are looking at me, and I liked it, and she liked it too.
You didn't tell me you liked it.
But I kept it to myself.
Yeah.
And it's not
And
it's not something that you would tell your wife.
Yeah. Kinda not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, who wants to tell their wife that they're gay?
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. How long had you known before you actually told her?
The pants. Oh.
2 years.
2 years. And had you acted on it?
I didn't do anything to jeopardize my health nor Terry's health.
Answer the question.
I'm answering the question.
Well, you're very good.
He didn't answer the question.
No, he didn't answer the question. No, I know. The question wasn't whether or not you used a condom.
Right.
That wasn't the question.
It's okay, Jonathan. It's okay.
The question.
Because I already know the answer.
The question was, did you engage in relations with men, sexual relations, condom or not, with men during the marriage? That's the question.
I did. I had to find out my curiosity.
Say yes.
I my curiosity.
Yeah, you did. You
Yes.
did. You did.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. This don't take long. First of all, she fake. See, she's the problem. The fact that she sits there and she thinks it's okay. Of course, she got to put on that drama so she can get the attraction of the people and make her feel like they support her. Girl, you a victim, girl. Girl, it ain't you, it ain't girl. That's foolishness. It's just straight foolishness. She knows exactly what she's doing. He been gay for 2 years. The man clearly shows he's gay in his conversation, his action. See, you can't take that on. These guys can't hide like, if you watch them well enough, if you see them enough, you can pick up signs with them, where he sits, other things. She's sitting away from him now, but they're still on the show as married, which means you go home, you don't sit away from him. You got to do this because you don't want black women to look at you funny. Like, oh, girl, you let him do that. So you got to look like you're a victim. You ain't going for it. He had unprotected sex with other men, and you still good with him. I told you, right here, again, appreciate that, Rod. That's the whole thing where I'm saying with women. Quit playing the role. Y'all guys, when I say guys, as far as female, you guys help come the inspiration. He picks, most time you find these gay men, what they're going to find unattractive, overweight women.
Yep.
Women older them because there are going to be women who are going to look at it. They feel fortunate to have a man. You look at the boy is young. You look at her old behind. She like she have 8 acres.
Prunish.
She look like what?
I think she's. You think she's ugly?
I didn't hear what you said. She like she do something about what?
They're gonna attract older women. One thing with older women, they get desperate. So they don't get a man, so they're gonna grab something. You're definitely gonna be highly impressed when you can show your girlfriends out. I got me a young one, but your young one is gay. That's why you got it. He needs a cover. He don't need no younger woman who gonna be pushing him and be all on him like that. The older one gonna stay. A young one gonna get gone. So where she at in her life and time, she pretty much stuck right there with that infected penis. She got her boy toy on her arm at the same. She reckless. If the boy winds up dying, she'll go get another man. She won't tell him off the rip. She'll just tell him her last relationship. This how y'all to get over. It's just, let me ask you something. Let me ask you about your last relationship. Well, if you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about it. It was kind of really, it was kind of damaging. So the man backs off. What you gonna say? Wait till before you got married, you talked to your wife. You said, you might talk about, your ex, and I talk about mine. Just let you know, well, I'll be honest with you, I have a lot of hurts, in my last relationship. I'd rather not talk about. Are you gonna get up and walk off and say something rare? Are you gonna say, well, apparently this is something that's very sensitive to her, so I'm gonna respect her and not push that? Typically, when you agree, that's what's gonna happen.
Absolutely.
He's shaking his head saying no.
Really?
That's what he's saying. He's saying,
who that?
So what's going on?
He's asking you.
What?
But I got other screens back here going.
Okay.
I'm loading up, trying to load up for the next article. What's up? You asked me a question. I didn't realize you asked me a question.
If you were, when you were dating your wife before y'all were married, and you had asked her, said, "Listen, I like to talk to you about, how your relationship was with your ex. I'll talk to you and let you know how my last relationship was." And she said, "Well, listen, if you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about it. It's a lot of hurts."
Oh no, we talking about everything.
Hold on, let me tell you. First of all, I don't believe you would question. I think you respect her and say, "Okay, let me just leave that alone." Apparently, because first thing probably gonna come to your mind
not
is
me. I talk about everything.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's always exceptions. Okay, you ain't it, but anyway, there are. So anyway, typically, it's gonna be respectful and just say, "I can see that's bothering you, so I'm gonna leave it alone." Now, when they already talked, it comes out because somebody said, "Hey, such, girl, he full-fledged gay." You think of who is that? Oh, this is the guy I used to date before you. You thinking he full-fledged gay? Now you talk with him, but y'all in a relationship 4 years later. So you done everything. Everything is spoke because you're married and done. Now you find out this last guy was homosexual. Because a woman has a way of playing out. Because they're gonna tell you, I don't want to talk about it. They can pull, I'm a born again version. Women y'all get to pull stuff we can't pull.
That's right.
We can't pull. I don't want to talk about my age. You
Can't
ladies
do it.
can do that, and y'all are part of the problem. Why these guys continue to run around and do what they do. You let them. I'm not every woman, but I'm just saying you, women. Okay, so homosexual men get their actions from us, from men. No, they get them from women that let them hang with them, that let them wear their pocketbooks, let them use their lipstick and lip gloss. I hated that stuff. I wouldn't date a girl. Man, you let a sissy put your lip gloss on, you can forget it. We done. Therefore, I ain't never went on no stuff like that. A sissy with your pocketbook, you in your pocketbook using your lipstick. But women will do that because they looking at, hey, I put penis in my mouth, so I don't care about that or not. But men, we look at man, I don't play that stuff. I don't let no man use mine. I don't care about him telling he eat vagina. He not using mine.
Oh my God.
Well, you eat that, that's yours. You get your fork, I got my fork. Man, we're not sharing no fork. That's crazy.
I know that, right? That don't even look right.
But see, women would, and again, I don't want this to look like this is a slander on killing women, but it's the truth, and women are bad about it. I'm gonna tell you who else bad about it.
That's right.
And let their wives sit around and have homosexual men friends. That's the dumbest thing I seen. My wife can't have. They can't come here, and she ain't going out. We've been married for 30 years. She got a homosexual male friend. She gonna stay with him. Don't come back in. I'm not.
That's right. Hey, listen, mine out there in radio land. You hear what I'm saying on the sound of my voice. Let me find that at.
What?
Don't play that. I don't let them hold no chapstick.
My wife can't have no gay friends.
Faggots do your hair. Cause a lot of women let faggots do their hair. Now they get friends.
Yeah, no.
I mean, all our friends are defending us, so we don't have
gay friend coming here. Ain't no gay man coming here. He was a gay man. You know, he want another man. I ain't interested.
That's right.
I tell him, change your occupation.
That's right. I'm not interested.
I don't know why it has to be said. We have to promote our heterosexuality and push it because these people definitely are pushing on us. And women are a major factor of why they in our face. Ain't no straight man no homosexual, right? These are women pushing for this foolishness. Y'all let them hang out with you. You let them wear your pocketbook, let them wear your weave. You let them use your lip gloss and your lipstick. You're running around and you run your mouth too much about your relationship.
Too much.
A lot of these,
come on, you reading somebody's mail. You reading somebody's mail.
You'll wind up getting these other straight men and putting them over because the woman has ran her mouth. Listen, it never fails. They're going to tell that homosexual everything. Yeah, he hurt me. Yeah, he be making me. And that sissy always burn.
How do you know that they talk like that?
I don't watch them so many times. It's the same story. They always get burnt by them sissy. It never
always.
Give me a woman to come here now and say, I got a sister. We've been friends for 20, 30 years. They fought. You've been exposed. You done been through how many? Why? Think about that. Why is a homosexual man who has a fetish for man gonna let you have a hetero relationship with a man. That goes
Makes
against
no
what he
sense.
believes.
Yeah.
That makes no common sense. Girl, I'm happy for you. You got you a man to be happy. What does the homosexual want?
Come on now.
You blocking him. I don't know what women thinking. When you with you have a homosexual friend, that homosexual is not your friend. He is using you.
Come on now.
He want what you got. All he's around you for, he's picking up on what women do. Sensitivity, conversation, things you like.
Oh, that's right.
Make you look feminine. That's why he wants your pocketbook to go in. Because they'll do that. They'll let them go in their pocketbook. They trust him. Quote unquote, this is another one. This is a man.
Makes no sense. That make about as much sense as a blind man in a helicopter.
Okay. If you're not blind, that's okay. Okay. Stevie Wonder had to get around. Please stay focused, sir.
Blind man on a helicopter tour.
Burst your
That don't make no sense. We saying the same thing.
Whew, I don't know. I've never experienced that. A gay guy not knowing is gay, but what about those males that say that they have they're more emotional, but they are a man. They're like women only, but they have this feminine actions toward, like they like, you see, they like shaping their eyebrows. Some of them like
metrosexual.
They like putting shine on their nails. I found that weird to me all my life, but they're like women.
Let me say this. They got that term, they call them metrosexual, men that like to be well groomed into the tail doing it. I mean, that what I say right here. It's gonna come out either way it go. I believe in a man not being like a woman. I think for certain things, I don't do it, but at the same time, I think for certain things we'll start to degrade as homosexuals simply because you'll see some men who don't keep themselves up. You know what I'm saying? They have a nail broke half off like that. I don't do. I'm gonna cut my nail. My nails ain't gonna look like they hanging on my finger like no claws. I'm gonna keep them down. But I like my nails to be cut, and be groomed and everything. Tomorrow I'll be getting shaved up and all that because I like to keep myself together, But it's such a fine line when we do things, and now because men are so sloppy, a lot of men are just sloppy with keeping themselves clean, keeping themselves up, being mindful about their hygiene, to where when a man does clean himself up, now he's gay. I'm just being honest. A lot of times a man keep himself clean, he's gay. He's too clean for me. Men, that's foolishness. Every man don't work in no ditch. There's no such thing as a man being too clean, okay? But because a lot of you look at it, drawers hanging out, drawers dirty, pants hanging down, shoes dirty. You just got a lot of dirty men. So now people thinking that makes him a man because he's dirty. That does not make him a man because he's dirty. He's just uncouth, unkept. So when a man does tend to, I ain't talking about the metro something, but when a man does tend to keep himself clean, we want to categorize him as homosexual now. He's gay. And this is just a cover for the other homosexual to try to say, I'm like him. If he's not gay, I'm not gay. Right. The biggest problem we got with it, if women was to out these homosexual, out these circles, a lot of the problem we wouldn't have. Stop staying in the relationship with these guys. This guy gay. He banging his man. He banging a bang. And you study sitting here. And all you doing is messing up. You part of destroying him. He uses you. And they want to know, they'll tell you, supposedly, I guess the number one gay guy, and that's supposed to be black. I don't know how. I'm still confused on how 12% of the population, of a total population of 100,000, 12% is black. It's already known fact that there are more women than men, not to mention we got to do kids. So we're probably doing approximately like 1.5%, 2% men. How can 2% of 12% of 100% be the majority of the homosexuals? When all of us, it would take every one of the black men to be gay, and we still couldn't be the majority. The other 4%, 12% give us 3% men. You took all the black men in the world, well, all the black men, and made them gay. We still wouldn't outnumber them in America.
Yeah.
So a lot of these numbers are just figment of our imagination. I'm against people of color allowing somebody, especially a person that oppresses you, to give you numbers. I just wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you let a thief count your money? Would you let a known thief count your money? No. Why are you letting known thieves giving you your algorithm for how many of you homosexual, how many of you married, how many of you have babies out of wedlock, how many of you have sexual disease, how many of you are uneducated? It's the same equivalent.
Makes sense.
For people of color, one thing we should learn is how to start really thinking about who are we getting this information from.
Right.
Some of our self-destruction we have implemented on ourselves. The white people not making us infiltrate ourselves with homosexuality. These are things that we're doing. Women deal with a lot of different hurt, a lot of different social things that they try to get, a lot of television. I'm up to me, the most I let a woman watch TV is probably 5 hours a week.
Come on now.
You can't get.
Come on now.
I'll tell you why. A woman that watch TV and cut your penis out like look, man, the Bible. Anything y'all see,
Come
you
on
don't
now.
implement it. Most of you cook get new recipes from TV. So when you pick up other things or your girlfriend get hurt, you'll want to put that hurt on. You'll carry part of that hurt, and you'll dish it out on your man because your friend.
Come on
hurt.
Now. Watching TV.
She came home, her old man, she found him in the bed with another woman. You automatically become so sympathetic that you feel like that's your man too. So you go home and you put this same footage on him because she got caught her man cheating on her. Y'all not true. Y'all will carry y'all friend hurt. And these homosexuals know it, and you will come and make us kowtow down. So the man to keep the peace, he gonna let him bring the homosexual in the house. That homosexual coming out, he's setting you up, man. All he doing is just spraying sugar through the whole house. Smells sweet in here. He getting you. He getting close and close. You about to have a banger thong. I'm telling you, I'm trying to help y'all. Listen, I can help. Listen, what do I hate homosexuals? No, I hate the action. It's disgusting. I don't apologize for it. It's your business and your right. When I tell you it's your business and your right, that means I don't want to know nothing about it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. Bottom line, your business. My wife can't have no homosexual friends. She can't bring them here. She bring them to my house, I'm going to embarrass her at my house. I'm just telling you. I don't know what you were thinking. That's just, man, I know you can't hang out with them. We can't do that. You do business. I do business. I treat everybody right. I don't want you in my house. I don't want you in my life like that. I don't care who don't like it. That's my personal conviction. I just don't want to be bothered. You want men. I'm a man. I ain't interested. So I don't want to play with you and even give you no need. Cause I'm tell you, you cross the line. The line, listen.
Come on now.
Let's just keep it like we keep it. Let's just keep it like we keep it. I don't play like that. I don't do it. I don't go mess with nobody. Why? No woman. I don't come to her like that. I don't play with them. I got my own wife, and I definitely ain't finna play with no man. That's what Chavez had it better. That said better. You fall out where you show out. I don't care what Supreme Court. I'm like Donald Trump. They all ought to be fired. Set them down. If you're gonna try to control, tell me I gotta be sexually molested and beaten and tricked by a homosexual. All y'all need to get fired. That makes zero sense. Why would a man or a woman want to go get a birth certificate saying that there's something they're not? Why would you get a passport saying something you're not? Why would these people go get your operation? You need to put a sign on you telling them you ain't who you supposed to be. Now, if some man wants you or something, that's on them. But don't come in here trying to trick us. Nobody. That's a serious. Listen. Whoever you are sick. If you think it's okay to do that to somebody and don't tell them, what is wrong? Your mind bad. I don't care what court said. You are retarded. That's sick. Why would you do that to somebody? You ain't ashamed. You said, tell them, listen, you're a man trapped in a woman's body. Let them know. Let them know you're a woman trapped in a man body. Let the person know if they want to keep going, that's their mindset. You can't go put that on us.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, guy, man, get these. I don't get the AI. It's too much AI stuff. Go to that school. Them folks will know at that school. Pop up in that school with them on your arm and let them put their name tag on. Somebody said, "I don't remember you went to this school." They'll be, get back, get back. You know what you got. Order that class reunion. Find out did your old lady have a tux on or did she have on a dress? Oh, they want to talk about that. That's it. Television, social media is the modern day server all day. I tell my wife, them just a lot of stuff. Y'all just not strong. Women are too emotional for a lot of television shows. Days of Our Life, As the World Turns, Guiding Light, all my wreck marriage. It wreck home.
That's right, ladies. Look at the camera. Look at the cameras, lady. Hold your head up. That's right.
Oh, that thing hurt. That thing
yeah, they looking down. Yo. Eye contact. That's right.
That's right. He said those Arabian countries don't honor transgender passport. No, not at all. I don't blame them. No, that's your man. Look at him. As this is what I say, and I only say it based off of my rights. The rights I have are they're not given me by government or anybody else, but I have the right to choose a religion and a practice and a way of life that I deem is right and conducive for me, especially for my salvation. Those are self-conviction choices, not given it from my government or anybody else. Those rights are allotted to me as long as I'm not infringing upon others with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that the religion that I serve, I believe it's the only right religion. That's not without conversation. I just be clear. I don't feel that it's my right to make everybody become that religion or serve in that religion. That's not fair. I came to this religion on my own accord. I wasn't forced. So I don't see it being fair to make somebody else do it as an adult. A person choosing to be homosexual is your choice. And you feel like it's right for you and for your salvation or for your peace or preservation.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to put it on me. I'm not interested in trying to learn about it. I don't want to watch I'm not gonna watch a documentary on it. I'm not gonna read a book about it. I believe it's disgusting to the uttermost. I don't make no apologies for it. I don't care who it offends on it. That's just me. So knowing that, let you keep your sanctity by not bringing it to me. Because when you do, I'm gonna let you know what side of the road you need to be on, and we're gonna have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be approached. I want to be invited. Well, a man can actually, let me tell you something. If a man want to bring on himself to come at me by having sex, then we'll deal with that then. We'll deal with it right there. I mean, we'll deal with it right where we're at as well. We can deal with it. They don't make me no deal with it. We'll deal with it though. Because if another man think it's okay to ask me to have sex or blow pop or any of that, then we'll deal with that conversation then. That's about it. I don't know why. What would you be thinking? Society has gotten too far gone. Well, all you gotta do is let them know yes or no. I'll answer it for you. So let's see how many more men you'll ask after that. That's how I feel about it. When I get through, let's see how many more you'll be walking up to. You'll be asking because certain things we shouldn't be doing in work. It's just certain things. We need ethics, codes. That's how we are governed by laws. And there's certain things. You gotta have laws, people. You got laws in nature.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I take a big tank of gas and take a match and I throw it on it? What happens? What if I don't believe that though? What if I don't believe it?
Don't matter.
It's still what it is. Yeah.
What if I feel like that's my right to do it?
That's true.
It don't change the laws of nature.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be an explosion.
Yeah.
Stop it, people. That's why we have these things. These are stoppages to let you know to stop. We've gone too far. We ain't gotta hate each other, but just certain things don't cross the line. You got gay club, go there. Everybody at the gay club is free game. I'm not gonna go to no gay club talking about, man, don't come talk to me. Why am I at the gay club? Man, the other day I was at the gay club, man.
Come on
Why am I
now.
at the gay club?
Come on now.
I ain't at the gay club. I don't go to the gay store. I don't go to no gay nothing. So we shouldn't have that conversation.
Come on now.
And we need to kill this stuff. Or you can say what you want to people across the court. Let the court be responsible when you do. That's all I'm saying. Let the court pay for you what get happen to you. So if the court told you can do it, let the court be the one to pay your doctor bills. There's certain stuff in life we shouldn't be doing. We need to respect each other. There's certain stuff y'all do, you cross lines.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got a whole community of gay people. Stay in your gate. Stay on your side of the fence. Stop trying to come make us get on your side of the fence. We the people that keeping the world going. If we all did what you do, we all be dead. World can't go. Don't you know they need us?
Yeah.
If we left it in their hands, everybody would be dead. And what court ain't smart enough to know that? There's no operation that allows a woman to create or beget on no man or no girl. There's no sign, there's no creation they have or no operation they have that's gonna make a man be able to bear and carry a woman and come and get in conception from the semen of another. Retarded. That's retarded. Just stop it.
Come on now. Come on now. Makes no sense.
woman can't-
Just like a blind man on a helicopter tour.
Here we go. Maybe he just want to fly.
I'm working. I'm writing new material. It's gonna get fun. I just gotta practice my delivery a little more.
You know what, son? Think about that when the blind man in the helicopter, when he said these words right here. He said, "What's that?" I just never thought I'd have seen myself flying. He said, "You know," he said,
Yeah,
he said, "What that
all
for?"
right, that's good.
Because you haven't. And you just keep riding.
Oh gosh.
Think on it. Listen, this is good material now. We need
And like a person that can't hear.
to
I
set
feel
a
you.
precedent.
What is wrong with
Are you
you?
serious?
Look at him. Look at
You know,
him.
people
Oh,
who can't hear, they gotta, and people who can't see, they gotta feel you with their braille hands, with their braille. I feel you. Like a man who can't
With
see,
their-
I gotta feel you.
That's probably not good.
wow.
This what you just did, Tula, is similar to what I was saying about women pushing homosexual. How you think they're gonna help him out when you tell him that's kind of good?
No, I said that's kind of not good. I didn't say kind of good.
Oh, it sounded like you were.
Hey, don't
I was
retract
gonna
your
say,
statement. Don't try to backpedal to
No,
it.
she said it's still not good.
Yeah.
Don't take up for it, Dr. Joe.
Somebody say keep practicing. Because sure they're not the
I'm
real
using
thing.
my material.
What my bishop saying? Why we gotta go along with their delusion? I'm not calling no man mama, what a ma'am or miss. I'm with you. I don't do it. And, man, I won't do it, Joe Biden. I didn't do no fools like that. I had to fix somebody's roof. And I worked on people property, tree fellow probably had to go fix it. Take some of my subs and do the roof. Met the guy, he was a nice guy before I knew. And I came, he's like, hold on for a minute. Came, another guy came, how you doing? I'm said, I'm his husband. I said,
wow.
I was just stuck in time. It threw me. And it was white. It threw me bad. Because the joker came out, she said, how you doing? So I'm said husband. I said, all I tried to do was just keep him passing out. It just threw me so bad because I never ran into a man saying somebody was his husband. You know what I'm saying? I seen homosexual, but I don't get any conversation like so. That really threw me. You know what I'm saying? But man, they ain't say not the way to me. I did the job. Gone. End of story. That's it, man. You got to write the. Long as I don't know about it, y'all up in here peanut butter. I ain't sit on nothing. I ain't sit down. I stood it the whole time. I know about sitting in something. I didn't want to sit on no sofa. If something shot up like that, I said, oh, no, don't sit down to him. Man, them things, man, I keep them things out like Donkey Kong. You sit on that couch, wow, one of the springs shoot out of there. I said, nope. They tell you one of us now. Nope. I stood up the whole time. I stayed near the door. Huh? I'm trying to listen. I'm like Lee said, I keep one on me, the one that for and the other one that for the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? I keep
heard
that thing.
that.
I'm telling this, I keep that thing on me.
Yeah.
I had to put my drawers on after I put my gun to make sure I can hold it up.
No, preacher, did he look gay?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can't tell.
You can tell. Was he unemployed, preacher?
What?
Was he unemployed?
Matter of fact, yeah, he was. Tell me why was he unemployed?
Because faggots always, they be blow jobs.
What?
Oh, wow.
That's right, because faggots blow jobs. That's right.
Oh, wow. That was deep.
I like it. He came on that. Is he simple?
Yeah,
Man, they blow jobs. Wow.
Hey, this like leather over here. This good material. Yes, sir.
That's
Oh,
sick,
that's
man.
nasty.
Let's all views and opinions are not shared by everybody on this show. That's him. That's true. They blow. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say it, but they'll do some stuff they shouldn't be doing. But you know what? At the same time, there needs to be a code of ethics for heterosexuals. We've done a lot of damage ourselves. We lost the truth of how a relationship should be constructed and be done. So once we got ourselves out of line, I think we more or less introduce man himself just kind of getting away from what would be considered to be orthodox. You know what I'm saying? You know, a man and a woman, sex intimate between those two, it moved between those two to a friend. Then other people, there's group sex. So it's so many different things that we have brought into the intimacy of a man and a woman, and then the disrespect between a man and a woman. I think for sex to be enjoyable between a man and a woman, I'm definitely talking about married, but I know everybody take what they want to hear. It needs to be a matter of respect. With that respect, there needs to be some form of discipline in the bed. I think, we married, so whatever we do married. No, there are limits on what you can do when you're married. And there needs to be limits. Again, we're dealing with nature. Nature put laws out here. And sometimes people go to an extreme. And when you start a woman, sex can be so dangerous because it can start, you start to manipulating, you start doing so many different things that, the whole ethics of it, the respect of it, and what it actually supposed to engage and do is lost. You know what I'm saying? Because we bringing other people in, we watch it. The funny flick takes with other people doing stuff to get us aroused to going versus this should be something we should be able to do between us. Not kick this movie on, get us going, watch another couple do it, because you opening up again for something else. We bring it in, let's watch them so they can direct us. And then these people bring other people. So it's a lot of things that need to be correct, even on the heterosexual side. Not just on the homosexual side altogether need to just be that whole little thing. Y'all just stop that. That's just stop it. But it's your business. On the heterosexual end, there are things we need to clean up. People say stuff now, it don't even make no. I mean, a woman just let know publicly, she'll put one on her mouth. The guy tell them, man, I'll lick. I mean, it's certain things that need to be left unspoken. And there are things that happen in the bedroom that shouldn't be conversation. But we've gone so far and we've gotten so wicked with things, you know what I'm saying? And there needs to be lines drawn even in the bedroom. And there needs to be a level of respect for what the two people are doing. That's just me.
Okay.
What's that? Hold on. Chavez said, what did he say right here? I'm sorry. I work with a lady who's in a relationship with a lady, but she had a baby by the lady's brother. They had the baby party at school last week, and the lady had the auntie of the baby. Let's see. On her shirt. What's on her shirt? Exactly, Chavez. He irritated me to a no end. You like, man, we get it. But why the fake, what's that? Naturally voiced and switching when you walk. I want to wish who that is. Bitch, I messed something with that. Andrew,
Yeah, Heroes.
Okay, somebody said Granite. I'm saying why I said Raw. It's Roy Kadash. But have two lesbians on the job. One lady got pregnant by the other lady's brother. I mean, that just did. Yeah, people just. I mean, so you can't everything you do. You gotta integrate them. If a woman wants to know how to be a man, she gotta watch me, not another woman. So these guys who cool with the lesbian women, hanging with them and kicking with them, she like Wonder Boy watching football. But no, she's trying to learn so she can scoop your old lady from it. Answer no, punch in her chest and send her home. Send her home. Go home. You have no business hanging here with us trying to learn so you can go get no woman. Because they want to learn how we conversate, how we sit. You see a woman sitting around. I had this lesbian girl, I found she was gay. And I went to get my hair because she come out. I'd let her come out. I had to stop. I just couldn't take it. I'm like, you just throwing yourself away, beating yourself up, getting nothing. So I had to go in one more. I came in up, so I went and used the restroom. She went up first, come out. She leaves the seat up. I'm thinking like, you trying to fool. You know good and well you ain't got no sling. She gonna try to play like she's gonna go into you direct and gonna leave the seat up, looking like, trying like she got a slinger. Girl, set your behind down. You go in that bathroom. You ain't no slinger. Two live and none, but they're out toothless dog. But you're exactly right. That's what I tell them all the time. Y'all ain't doing no trying to rip each other with some lips. Just stop it. Two live, okay. But I mean, again, people, you're gonna do what you want to do anyway. But you can see for a second it ain't working. I don't know why they try to push love, promote love, and try to put a flag up. And y'all are the most violentest people to each other. You never get they always because you're already fighting nature. It never works. They don't care how long they be together. They're always violent. They're always really destructive with one. I had a cousin. She was dating a homosexual girl, and she tried to get out of it and leave. And she was missing. Nobody knew what happened. Then the homosexual girl called her family, told them they need to win and look behind their school. And they went up and found her behind a middle school dead. Mm. The homosexual wound up taking her, told her she wanted to talk with her, but she took her and killed her. Left her two sons. She had twins. Left her sons, motherless. Mm. Left her motherless. That's the love they promote. Somebody don't want to do it anymore. They want to break away and leave. They're going to say, well, you got men and women do it, and they wrong too. They just as wrong as they can be. Somebody don't want you. You ain't got no right to kill nobody. They don't want you.
Right.
People right down want you got no right to kill somebody because they don't want to be with you. And then you gonna kill them. Why you think they want to leave you? Because you're violent. Mm-hmm. Stop it. Stop it. They steal the style, but can produce the natural traits of a man. That's all they can do. Yeah, it's hard to be a man. You know, right? It's innate. Just like a woman, it's innate. They might have to teach you things like little things you might need to know, but basically being a woman and man, almost innate. Certain things, certain behavior, attractions, like a little boy attracted to a little girl attracted to a little boy, little stuff they do good. I mean, it's innate, but it still has to be flourished and directed and guided. But these people have taken it, just made a mess out of it. At one night, I was in a Microsoft phone store. I called a lady mama, ma'am. She got pissed. She wanted to be called sir. She got the manager to tell me to leave. Yeah, I tell whatever. Well, it just happened. But like I said, I'll say this: we all still need to have a level of respect to each other to where, hey, that ain't his thing. That's your thing. Don't push it on me, and I won't mess with you. Mm-hmm. And I just be honest, if the homosexual community would be honest, a lot of the hate, fight, and kickback you get is because you come across the gate on people who saying, I ain't interested. Stay in your lane. Y'all got gay stores, you got gay pride marching. If you see me at a gay pride march and I'm down there and I'm marching, I'm open. That means I'm going along with it. You ain't gonna see me, so we ain't worried about that. I'm in a gay club. That means I'm open. I'm at the gay club. I say, oh, I ain't gay, I'm just him. Shouldn't be there. Okay? When you start coming out here and people on the street, Eric, go to your club, go to your corner. Go the way y'all do that at. Don't be coming up playing nobody talking about you got to ask, you don't know. You are risking your safety. This is very offensive. And people need to tell them it looks like, oh, you gay bashing. You be okay. Another man gonna come to me, ask me about having sex. I'm gay bashing. That's offensive. You shouldn't do that. And I'm just trying to know he needs to understand what no means.
Mm.
So that that's just I don't get it. I just think everybody need to learn to respect each other enough the way you leave each other alone. We don't have to agree. Even racist. I don't have a problem with a person being racist. Go stay in your own space. When you come over and cross the line, then you know how it rolls. Stay where all y'all can stay together. And I believe this. I'm fair. I think y'all should have your own state. They should fence you in. Everybody who racist, who don't like other people, put you somewhere and lock you in. If y'all come outside that gate, lose your life. Stay in the gate now, because the people on the outside the gate, we've agreed to work together as human beings.
Yep.
Well,
What's the other big
racial slur. Excuse me.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I just want to put that out there. I know that's different. People don't like that. See, a man tell the truth. They hate a man that can stand and tell the people the truth. Now, go ahead. What you gonna say?
I wasn't saying anything.
Okay. Oh my goodness, that's a good news. All right. What else we got before we go? 10:30 on the dot.
Yeah, right about that time. We had a great show.
Leaving that store. That's right. Leaving that. And then you know what you should have done on Black Ambition. Once they ask you to leave the store, you need to post and let other heterosexuals know.
That's
then
right.
Other kick in and say, we're not gonna support you. Yeah, don't go there. Why are we gonna support you? Yeah, that's about listen. Listen. If that's your niche, you want us to call you something you're not. No, we're not doing it. And let other people know. So the people who go there and support them are people who agree with it. People who don't go there and support it are people tell you we don't agree with it, and you're not gonna hold us hostage because you want to call you something and you're not. We're not doing it. Ain't no arguing, no fussing and yelling. Don't need no signs. Just gonna let them know. Don't go there and don't support her. And you should have made a note of who the person got a picture, post it. Look, if you want to be able to call a woman sir, when it's a female, then go here. If you don't agree with this person here, ask me and made me leave a store, and they should have been sued.
Yeah.
You know, right to tell you how they gonna tell me leave a store because I won't call a woman a man. Mm. But if I call a woman the B word, they're gonna tell me to go. They're gonna tell me she ain't a B.
Right.
How you can't? Why I can't say you're a dog when you sit around telling a lie saying you're a man?
Mm.
So you got to make up your mind which way you want to have it. Anyway, this probably a touchy conversation, but I'm not having it today. The only way we're gonna get it resolved, we're gonna talk about the things that affect us, and then we look at how do we come up with a conclusive way of how we deal with each other, and we can still keep the world moving. One way gonna be sure to get it done is we just got to do it right. Man, woman, boy, girl, everybody just got to do right. Straight, gay, everybody got to do right. And that's the problem we got. Too many people want to do things the wrong way, and you want to correct everybody else. Just do it all right. Mm-hmm. Take the time. Learn how to respect each other. Certain things we can't change. The race of a person, the ethnic accent of another person, or like, over time it might, kind of dilute. But when it comes down to people and color and where they come from, we don't control that. That's something that's given from above. When it come down to what things other we do, like being sexually unchaste and having sex with the same sex, those things are choices. So learn the difference between choices and things that come from above. Okay? So I just want to make sure you do that. Hey, loving and treating each other right, those are choices. Mm-hmm. But if you're doing, you'll be following the pattern of the one that's from above. So we appreciate you so much. That'd be my saying tonight if it makes sense to you. Listen, we appreciate you always for letting us come in your home, come in your hearing, opening your hearts, conversating, adding. I know y'all come on the other side of this fence over here too, and come on this screen, all that writing. But hey, you do what you do. We do what we do. And that's why we love you. So we tell you, anybody ask you, do you mind? You tell them you always mind. Every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. right here on Two Mics and my man. If nobody else told you they love you, hey, we love you. And our language is called a heart. Truly love Dr. Resident Joe. Take us home.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bridget, you said your quote?
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
why don't you start off the quote? Go say yours.
You said so
You start off with yours, Dr. Joe. That's a good idea. Go ahead.
You said so many rich words. I didn't know which one it was in particular.
Now that's what we waiting on. Me now all of a sudden I got rich words.
Say it again, please, so that I can follow through.
Basically, I was just saying how our race, ethnicity, dialect, or conversation, or where we were born at, we don't control that. It comes from above. Me loving you, you loving me is a choice. And I choose to love you.
Oh, okay.
I like that. Go ahead, Dr. Joe. You next. Go ahead.
Love is... Hold on, because I got to follow love. Love is most powerful when it's intentional.
Okay. Right. Nice, Dale.
You
love her right now.
Learn to love yourself.
What?
That sounds like a masturbation quote.
What did you say? Oh.
He said, learn to love yourself. You got to be careful. People out here weird. You got to clean that up. Please clean that up.
We just finished talking about
she's trying to buy more time to think of something. Come on, Tula.
Love starts in the mirror.
We said the same thing. There you go, Tula. We said the same thing.
I'm so ashamed right now.
Why?
I follow you.
In the mirror.
Yes.
It's called reflection.
No, it's okay, and that's where you start. What you see, that's what you love first. The first thing you see, that's what you love first. That
Michael Jackson said it the best. You got to start with the man in the mirror.
What if it's a turd? What if it's a turd smudge on the mirror? Love
it starts
with the turd smudge on the mirror. That is sick. Just sick.
Who doing that?
My bishop said that was bland.
What? That's fine. That was fine.
I'm a terrible point.
It's Juneteenth. Black folks.
Let's go tell you what Juneteenth. That was bland. So you losing. You slipping, aren't you? You slipping. Yeah, she's slipping. So tell what you got for us. So tell us what you got. Your other quote for the night.
I'm gonna tell you, this is about Juneteenth. What? Okay.
So sad Tully. Don't do that. Andrew, don't do Tully like that.
Why you do this, Tully? Like you didn't know this part of the show was scheduled.
How are you, God?
I do.
What is wrong with you?
Juneteenth has never been a celebration of victory or an acceptance of the way things are. Instead, it's a celebration of progress. Keep progressing, people.
Oh my goodness.
I like that.
Yeah, we don't know what just happened right now, but we appreciate it. It's been a long day and she tired.
Yeah.
She appreciate I was told they lost Juneteenth, but I was just glad to see our people were not beating each other, shooting each other, and the news should have been there recorded. I think that there should have been more information given to our people on the importance of projects. You gave them a good quote today, but I think it needs to be an incentive to really push our people to look at how easily things have been erased and how easily, the stroke of the pen that signed a bill that allowed us, it's the same stroke of a pen that came and disallowed us. And we need to get permanent status. We need to get status that can't be changed because one angry white person decides that we haven't earned what we've done. So I think what made a slap in the face to all the Juneteenth celebrations and celebrate us. The fact that we live in a country that does not respect us after 400 plus years of being here and building it, and to slap us in the face, remove us the same way we're Hispanic have been here and suffered at the hands of them, and then to be just grabbed and thrown and snatched out of here, especially when you stole land. Give them back Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and then tell them to go home. Parts of California and other states, then that's when you tell them to go back to where they came from. But I think with white people that's just being honest, or you white, you listening, you need to learn how to be fair. If it ain't you, tell who you know. I know somebody that's a color that feel like they're gonna disenfranchise whites or anybody else because they feel like they're right. I tell them, I don't agree with it. I don't have to. That's what we need to start letting people know we don't agree. There have been a lot of great white people, a lot of great Hispanic, a lot of great Indians, a lot of great every race. There have been people that have been great in all these races that have helped further mankind. And that needs to be acknowledged. Every one of us have attributes we contribute. And for whites to feel like they're the only people done something, it's just retarded and want everybody else to accept it. When we all have contributed. Inventions, discovery of medicines, cure for diseases, created transportation, air conditioning, to safety things that we've done, from building to from architectural to everything you could think of. Everybody here on the planet has contributed something. It's called humanity. And we need to learn how to respect that with each other. So we definitely appreciate y'all. Tula, all right, you get ready to take us on out, Tula. Tell them what's going on. Some of y'all I'm see y'all tomorrow night now. Come on, plug in. Who I'm going to see tomorrow night? All right, we'll be looking for you. Come on, Tula.
What? You want me to just, okay. All right, y'all. Good night. Let me see.
Let's say goodbye to all our company. MIC. See you real soon. KEY. Why? Because we like you. MOUSE. Hey, what's a chimp? Here's a gorilla. He's a simp. Real simple. Forever these two crackheads do stay high. It's been beautiful, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Come on, I gotta go. I want my food. I gotta eat something. Plus, Tula want to come here and look at my naked body. Come on, Tula.
We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Watch this. And a mind.
All right. You do something better. I do something better. We'll be better together the next week.
You ready? Hey, here we go. Look at my naked body. Come on.